Hey guys, Shuku here. Let's get into a quick guide on how to properly support as a bard for Nightfox Yoho. While Yoho isn't particularly a difficult fight, she can deal consistent chip damage that adds up. This in turn causes her burst damage to be very deadly. But by having a bard that can properly rotate between heals, buffs, and shielding, it can speed up the fight while also making it a lot cheaper to run, as bards remove the need of using potions. As a general concept to keep in mind as a bard, you will want to 1. Consistently debuff the boss, 2. Buff your team, 3. Heal and shield your team, and 4. Generate your bars. As for preparation for the fight, I will use a standard raid build which contains the following skills. Sound Shock to debuff the boss, thus increasing the team's overall damage. Wind of Music and Guardian Tune to shield and reduce the chip damage for your team. Sonic Vibration and Heavenly Tune to buff your team. Prelude of Storm for bar generation and DPS. Soundholic for staggered checks and DPS. And Rhapsody of Light to shield and negate most of Yoho's heavy attacks. For ultimate choice, always go with Symphonia as it gives a pretty beefy shield. And during the duration of the shield, it reduces the stress in trying to negate damage for your team while also buying you time to generate more bars. Symphonia can also give you 1 bar immediately, allowing you to place a healing circle or stack for a level 2 or level 3 DPS buff. As a side note, Sonic Vibration and Rhapsody of Light are your 2 options for weak point destruction, unless you bring destruction bombs. And speaking of battle items, for grenades, you can bring Whirlwind for Yoho's stagger check. For bombs, you should bring either Destruction or Pheromone. Now let's get into a quick POV of one of my Yoho runs, and I will try to break it down and point out any mistakes I made and any useful tips for bard players. As we're walking to the fight, I just want to remind you about one important rule. Always try to maintain the debuff from Sound Shock, as missing it can cause the entire team to lose about 10% of their damage. You'll see in multiple parts of the fight that I will fail to do this. Now entering the fight, I always use Guardian Tune and Heavenly Tune just to get them off cooldown as soon as possible. Here I made a mistake by using Sonic Vibration too early. The DPS buff from Heavenly Tune does not stack with Sonic Vibration, so try using either skills when the other is a few seconds from ending. At this point, I see most of my teammates are starting to take a bit of damage. Since I do not have a bar yet, I wanted to ult to have a bar ready for healing while buying myself more time to generate the next bar. Once the ultimate shield is over and Yoho finishes moving, I throw a convenient heal here so that it hits all party members. And since I have another bar almost ready to go, I don't need to worry about not having a heal in time. If you feel that your party is pretty decent, you can opt to save your bars for level 2 or level 3 damage buffs, but I find it more consistent to save them for heals. When Yoho teleports away like this, she will always pick one person to land on and can follow up with a pounce or dash attack. Ideally, if Sonic Vibration is up, try to save it until you're certain she will not move. Mindful of the falling comments here, they do a decent amount of damage, so try to shield your teammates. Since someone threw a Pheromone Bomb here, I prepped a Sonic Vibration so that I'll be ready when Yoho comes back. If no one's in danger, I will focus on generating bars by popping Prelude of Storm and Soundholic. Since I have some downtime, I decided to run my Cooking Brisket, but you can mostly ignore this. When Yoho starts spinning this circle, she can potentially summon 1 or 4 Fox Clones in the 4 cardinal directions of her model. Stay near Yoho and prepare a shield and heal. When Yoho starts acting like she's auditioning for America's Next Top Model, she will always summon Falling Comets, so be prepared to heal or shield your team. When the word Invincible shows up, I know that Yoho is teleporting away, but I still make the mistake of placing my Sonic Vibration, which makes it totally useless. When Yoho starts howling and has those balls around her neck, prepare a shield or heal as those balls will fly towards your teammates. Each ball does a considerable amount of damage and can leave behind an AoE field. I could have ulted a bit earlier here, but regardless, I needed a bar immediately to provide a heal for the team. When Yoho is staggered, be prepared to destroy her tail. In this clip, I immediately toss a Sonic Vibration and a Destruction Bomb. You can precast Rhapsody of Light and deal destruction on the third hit as well. That is also a very good time to throw a DPS buff if you have one. If the first tail destruction was successful, Yoho can be staggered again on the second time to destroy the rest of her tails. Usually by this point, if Yoho is in her glowing phase and you have seen her weak points on her tails, she will perform her Yohofication skill soon. Luckily for us, we killed Yoho before her tornadoes went through. A for effort for the Gunlancer's ultimate. And that should be all you need to become a Giga Chat MVP bard for Yoho. Thanks for watching and please leave a feedback. I will be creating a bard support guide for Molten, so do keep an eye for that soon.